Hi guys, this is a Dreamcast pickups video and it's been a while. I completed the PAL set back in October-ish, so I haven't done any pickups for the Dreamcast for ages really. And yeah, it's mainly imports and indie games, and there's one little PAL surprise in here and some other cool bits, but mainly Japanese stuff, and I think there's one indie game in there. But yeah, just give a shout out to my mate Richard, Repo Man 360, his name is in the description, and he is from Florida, collector from Florida, and he is collecting a lot of PAL Dreamcast stuff. So go and check out his channel, really nice guy. Go and give him a sub. But first of all, I'm going to show you something really awesome, which anyone who follows me on Twitter and Instagram and the like will have seen. But that's this Pier Solar strategy guide. Now, I kind of wanted one of these for ages. I didn't realise how small they were. They're actually really small, but they are gorgeous. They're really well made. But this is a raffle that popped up on the Galaxy Sega Facebook page, actually from the guy who made this guide. He doesn't work for Watermelon, but he is like a freelance graphic designer who designed this whole guide. This gorgeous like leather bound, I assume it's leather, or it's, you know, it's faux leather or something. Really nice, like embossed lettering and everything. And yeah, it's just gorgeous. It's got, you know, a complete guide to both games, the Mega Drive and the Dreamcast versions. But yeah, it's just, the artwork is absolutely fantastic, really nice. And yeah, the guy was kind enough to sign it for me. If I just find the page. Oh yeah, he stuck some like, what do you call it, concept art in there as well for me. So just on the opening page where it says Pier Solar, it says, to Pete on a retro tip, keep living the dream, Ben Boyd, and a little, he's done a little Dreamcast swirl there. So really chuffed with that. Like I said, been after one of these for ages anyway, but to have a like personalised one is just fantastic. So really chuffed with that, and that's going to be right at home in the Dreamcast collection. So yeah, really awesome. Next is the PAL thing I was talking about. Now this popped up on eBay, and managed to speak to the seller and bring him over to the Facebook page. Now this popped up and there was kind of a bit of a hubbub on the Dreamcast and Sega pages because I don't think anybody had seen it before. It's a Portuguese exclusive. Now the people I've spoken to since, the only people I know who knew anything about it are Portuguese people. So I know John MSX to go, one MSX to go. He was saying he didn't know that they were rare because they're 10 a penny in Portugal, and yeah, a couple of other Portuguese guys I know who collect Sega were saying, yeah, these were really commonplace. But yeah, it is a pack-in Dreamcast controller and Virtua Tennis set. Yeah, I've done a bit of research on these since, and apparently there are quite a few of them, but the only picture I can find online of one is of a Crazy Taxi one. Couldn't find any pictures of this one even. So I was kind of interested to see what was inside. It did come sealed, but I could tell it was a shop seal because these price stickers were underneath the cellophane. I did unbox this on video, which I recorded previously, but the video got messed up, so unfortunately yeah, I had to scrap it. But here we go. So it's basically your standard Dreamcast controller box with a sleeve. You can see on the sleeve it's all in Portuguese, and it's distributed by Eco Films, who I think now became Eco Play, but I'm told by the folks in Portugal that Eco Films were a common distributor of Sega merchandise and games and what have you. So yeah, obviously the box for the controller isn't big enough to house a normal PAL Dreamcast case, so I was wondering how the game would come. So we've got a minty, obviously, controller in there. and then just in the side we've got like a dual case with the disc in, and it just says a little bit of spiel on the what the game is, and then it's got the manual separately to the game, which is interesting. So yeah, didn't really know how it was going to come, and then you've got all the gubbins in there with the controller. So yeah, really interesting to pick up, add it to the collection. If I come across any of the others, I will grab them, but yeah, I mean, in all the time I've been collecting Dreamcast, I've never ever seen one of these controllers, so I won't hold my breath. But if they pop up, I'll grab one. If anyone is watching from Portugal and they come across any, please do let me know. Hit me up on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever. John very kindly said he would if he came across any. But yeah, other than that, it's all import and indie games basically, guys. So first one is an import, is an indie game, which I haven't actually opened yet. It's still sealed because just haven't had time to play it really. And yeah, that's Leonys Tricky Adventures. Now this game I've been following for years because it was kind of in doubt whether this would actually be released at one point. So it finally got released. It must have been a month or two ago, and yeah, the gameplay is very similar to Fruity, which I have down there. So this is about €30 retail price, and Fruity was €3. Admittedly, this does have more of a pretty interface and what have you, but the gameplay is very similar. A little puzzle game where you're manipulating like little blocks. But yeah, Chris Pengilly, what's his YouTube name? Mass of Biohaz. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'll leave a link in the description anyway. But he had 2 copies on pre-order for whatever reason, and did me a deal on one, so I didn't have to go direct and buy it, so I got it a little bit cheaper. And he chucked this in for £2, and it's Sega Sports NFL 2K1, which is a US exclusive. We didn't get this over here, so that's awesome. So trying to get some of those US exclusives out of the way. And then on to Japanese exclusive. So this one I've been after for ages and ages, just waiting for that price to come up. And it came up at an amazing price. A guy on Galaxy Sega Facebook, and it was, yeah, amazing price, really minty. And that's Cosmic Smash. So really chuffed with that. This is awesome. It's kind of like it's like a 3D game crossing between sort of tennis and like Res, I suppose. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but there should be like a little gameplay screenshot on the screen anyway. But yeah, it's all there, all the gubbins, really nice condition. Really chuffed with that. Like I said, been after that for a very long time. There's a few here actually that I've been after for a year or two and just waiting out that price. And as you guys know, I'm willing to wait a very long time. And then yeah, he chucked this in for a £5, which is actually a good price. It's Giant Gram 2. All Japan Pro Wrestling 2, and yeah, this actually looks decent. I've heard this is like one of the more decent wrestling games. It's all Japanese characters, but yeah, it does look pretty good. So yeah, I was happy to get that chucked in for a £5. Right, next up we have a game that, again, like I said, I've been after for a very long time, and this popped up sealed at a fantastic price. It is now unsealed because, again, I unsealed it on the video that I had to scrap. But yeah, I got this for cheaper than it normally goes unsealed, so I was really chuffed. Wanted this for ages. I have played it a few times at like Play Expo. But yeah, it's Ikaruga. It's mint as mint can be because I only opened it about a week ago. But yeah, obviously put the spine card in there and everything. And it's really minty, really great game. Definitely recommend this. It's kind of vertical scrolling shooter, which I love the vertical shooters. and it's got an interesting mechanic whereby there's two different types of bullets, and you can like reverse the polarity of your ship to absorb those bullets and not take damage. So it kind of makes for an interesting gameplay mechanic. But yeah, really good if you can pick it up. It is available on the GameCube as well, and you could probably get it. I think I've got it on Xbox 360. You know, for a pittance compared to what you pay for on the Dreamcast. But one of the Dreamcast version, obviously. And yeah, last one for Dreamcast bits, guys, is one of my favourite games on the Dreamcast, hands down. As many of you know, Zero Gunner 2 is my favourite game, and this is very similar in many respects. And this one, again, I have it on PS3, there's an HD version, and I have it on Xbox 360. You can actually get those versions, physical copies, for about £4, so you're looking at paying substantially more for the Dreamcast version, but I was happy to pay the price I paid. Again, it popped up popped up on eBay actually this time, and it was a really good price. You know, the kind of price where you just want to grab it, buy it now. But I thought I'll put in a cheeky offer, and I knocked a few quid off that, and I thought I'll give it an hour, and if it's not accepted I'll just buy it at the price, because it was a really good price. And yeah, he accepted, so I got it even cheaper, and it was really cheap, really chuffed. I've seen it go for double that, but it's a limited edition version, and it's under defeat. Really nice. It's got a mint manual, and it's got the game disc, and it's got the limited edition soundtrack there. But yeah, fantastic game. It's like helicopters. You're controlling helicopters, and just the music and the gameplay and everything is absolutely fantastic. Thoroughly recommend this on the Dreamcast, or like I said, pick up the HD version on PS3 or 360 if you want to spend a bit less. But yeah, that's it for Dreamcast pickups, guys. Just a quick check-in, and it's been a while since I've done some Dreamcast pickups. But yeah, I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.